What it is, it's your boy Dutch the Damon, and you now watching Damon Time with Dutch. On today's episode of Street Stories Uncut, we over East Baltimore up the hill with it, man. Now, this situation took place many moons ago, but before I hop off into storytelling mode, we're gonna run these shout-outs down. First up on the list, we got the brother Rico Williams. Brother went out his way to support the channel, sent that love through Cash App. Appreciate you, brother. Next up, we got Christopher Pettis. This brother went on here, sent his hard-earned money in. Bless the channel through Cash App. This brother support, he don't just watch. Appreciate you, brother. And last but not least, we got the brother Eric Payne. This brother been supporting, man. Blessing the channel, showing his love and support. Appreciate you, brother Eric Payne. Now that we got that out the way, let's get it. All right, so listen, I'm originally from Highland Ridge Projects on the lower east side of Baltimore, you feel me? But they knocked the projects down in the 90s. Me and Mom Deuce, we moved around a little bit. They went over here and tore them projects down. And one of the places we ended up with, up the hill over East Baltimore, Patterson Park Avenue, and them trenches. Real ghetto. My cousin had a house up there that he owned. My mother went on here and rented the house from him. Keep it in the family. But anyway, see, when you live up the hill, Patterson Park, your zone school is Lake Clifton. If you live down the hill, Patterson Park, then you had to go to Patterson. Go Lakers. So when we moved up the hill, I had to go to Lake Clifton. Now we talking about the worst school in Baltimore City history. You ever seen that movie Lean on Me? Just imagine the Baltimore version. Yeah, back when I was going up Lake, it was graffiti all on the walls, all that shit, man. Niggas ain't go to class, smoking in the hallway, big dice game. I'm talking about really Lean on Me for real. But anyway, when I moved up the hill, I ain't know nobody around there for real. Like I say, I had a pit bull. I used to just walk him all through the hood to familiarize myself with the streets for real. That's how a lot of people know me. Or knew me when I came in the prison system. They used to be like, that shorty that used to walk the dogs through the hood for real. Yep. So this area that we moved in, shit, if you wanted to watch The Wire, you ain't need no TV. All you had to do was come out front. But anyway, like I say, we ain't know nobody when we moved around there. My mother neither, she ain't know nobody around there. And she more of a social person than me. So it was this black and white couple across the street. They were straight up rock stars. Basehead sales, whatever you want to call them. And they stayed in a vacant house across the street from us, but they just had fucking extension cords running from other people's houses where they ain't had no electric in that bitch, nothing. Thugging. But they used to get high for real. How they would support their habit. They ran a little hand car wash right in front of their house for real. Put up a little sign in the street pointing towards their house, car wash. $7 a piece. And they was jamming. Their cars lined up for them $7 car wash. One thing about them, you only let them wash the outside of your car. You lock your doors when you don't let them get in your car. They steal all your chain, everything. But anyway, that's what the hustlers used to do. They used to just pull up in front of their shit, lock the doors, and bop off and let them wash the car and come back and pick it up and shit. But every sale they made, every car that came, they would get their $7 real quick, hurry up, run around the corner, cop bag, put it in them, then wait on the next car. That's how they supported their habit. Like I said, it was a black and white couple. The white girl, her name was Vicky. Real skinny and bony. Black dude, his name was Ricardo. Now, I ain't never liked Ricardo for real, because he had like a untrustworthy demeanor about him. Whole persona, like he'd steal something or something. But anyway, my mother used to sit out front with them. There wasn't nobody around that bitch to hang with for real. My mother never got her a day in her life. She's just a people person. She used to sit out front on the steps with them. And she used to preach to them about eating. They wouldn't eat like that. They would go days without eating. I used to make them plates, take them plates across the street to make sure they eating and stuff like that. Shit, I remember when it was cold, my mother used to let them, she went and bought portable heaters for them. Ones you charge up and shit, so they ain't had no electricity in the house. Real spill. I wouldn't say to say they was cool for real. Regardless of their endeavors, it was cool. But we ain't pointing no fingers over here, we just telling the story. But anyway, one day I'm coming home from school. I went up Lake Clifton, so I had to walk down St. Louis Drive, cut across North Avenue, you feel me? Walk through the trenches just to get home. Ain't gotta risk it all just to walk home. So when I get to the house, I open the door. But we only had one key and we ain't get no key made, so we used to leave the door unlocked for real. Back in the day shit. So I walked through the front door. As soon as I walked through the front door, what do I see? It's the white boy Jim. It's the old man Unc that live in his car. I never seen him outside his car, but this one time he was in my house. It's Ricardo and Vicky. Full fiends in my house. So I stepped for the living room. They all on my couch, watching my TV, feet up on the table. Vicky in the kitchen, in my mother pot cooking. I swear to God. So now I'm like, where the fuck my mother at? I'm like, hold up, man. Go upstairs. They all speaking to me. Let them, I go upstairs. I don't see my mother. I'm like, where the fuck my mother at? Vicky was like, oh, she said it was cool for us to come in during the daytime when you gone and watch TV. Wait a minute. When the fuck she tell y'all that? So I'm like, oh yeah? So I hurry up, go upstairs and grab the house phones. This was back when niggas had house phones. Call my mother like, man, what the fuck they doing in the house? She like, who the fuck in the house? I get to running it down. I'm like, Unc, Jim, Vicky, Ricardo, all of them in the living room chilling. They all in your pot eating and everything. Chill. My mother said, what? She said, get them motherfuckers out of my house. I'm on my way right now. That's all I needed to hear. They played with us. I went straight in my room, got that Louisville slugger from under my bed, that baseball bat. When I got downstairs, I just started swinging that bitch at whoever. They was running out the front door, the back door, and I was really swinging that bitch. They all running out the door like, you crazy, John, that's fucked up, what's going on? They ran all out the house and shit. So now I'm sitting on my front steps with a baseball bat in my hand, mad as shit, like, really feel played with round here. But we just moved around this bitch. Man, I lied to you not. My mother pulled up in like 0 to 10, I'm talking about 10 seconds. It seemed like she bent the corner. Soon as she pulled up, she hopped out that truck so motherfucking fast. Vicky was across the street in front of her house washing her car. My mother walked straight up on her like, you was in my house? Man, before she could even explain herself, I'm talking about the backhand went up north and came down south. And Vicky was laying next to the tire. My mother do not play. And she was standing in the middle of the street on Passion Park Avenue like, bet now none of you bitches bet now never come back in my motherfucking house. Oh, gee. Then she get finished leaning on them, walk over to the house, brush past me in the door like, we gotta start locking our shit. These motherfuckers around here think we sweet.